Grandmaster of Yoga Shri Tirumalai Krishnamacharya. Shri Tirumalai Krishnamacharya was one of the most influential yoga masters of the 20th century. He obtained at least 5 important degrees in Vedic education. He went to the Himalaya mountains to receive his training in Hatha Yoga. There he spent 7 years with his guru, Rama Mohana Brahmacharya, and mastered yogi who lived in a cave in a remote region of the Himalayas. Krishnamacharya's guru entrusted him with the task of spreading the message of yoga and using his abilities to help and heal sick people, and he significantly contributed to the revival of Hatha Yoga. He is seen as one of the most important gurus of modern yoga, and is often called Father of Modern Yoga for his wide influence on the development of postural yoga. Krishnamacharya spread the wisdom of yoga to the West. Yoga to be India's greatest gift to the world, Krishnamacharya says. He believes that yoga could be both a spiritual practice and a mode of physical healing. Vinyasa Krama Yoga was his style of yoga. Vinyasa refers to practicing a sequence of asanas that are synchronized with the breath. Each movement in the Vinyasa Krama sequence is linked to an inhalation or an exhalation, and each asana becomes a step within the flow. The yogi learns to listen to his/her body, and when it is ready to advance to a more challenging asana. Krishnamacharya based his teachings on the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and the Yoga Yajnavalkya. Whereas Krishnamacharya was deeply devoted to Vaishnavism, he also respected his students' varying religious beliefs or non-beliefs. While his student leading meditation, Krishnamacharya instructed students to close their eyes and think of God. If not God, the sun. If not the sun, your parents. As a result of the teachings he received from his father and other instructors, Krishnamacharya approached every student as absolutely unique, in the belief that the most important aspect of teaching yoga was that the student be taught according to his or her individual capacity at any given time. For Krishnamacharya, the path of yoga meant different things for different people, and each person ought to be taught in a manner that he or she understood clearly. The Vinyasa Krama Yoga is based on the postures of Hatha Yoga, and, instead of keep them for a few minutes, it consists of a fluid sequence. In this way it works, not only the body muscles and the internal organs, like the classic yoga, but it gives an intense cardiovascular activity. The most important in Vinyasa is the breathing. During the practice of Vinyasa Yoga, the teacher gives instruction for the movement, saying at the same time when to inhale and when to exhale. In a Vinyasa practice is frequently making you sweat, and this helped to eliminate fat and toxins. Krishnamacharya was highly regarded as a scholar. He earned degrees in philosophy, logic, divinity, philology, and music. He also had extensive knowledge of orthodox Hindu rituals. Krishnamacharya sought to popularize yoga by demonstrating the siddhis, the supranormal abilities of the yogic body. These demonstrations, designed to stimulate interest in a dying tradition, included suspending his pulse, stopping cars with his bare hands, performing difficult asanas, and lifting heavy objects with his teeth. To teach people about yoga, Krishnamacharya felt he first had to get their attention. Krishnamacharya was the first one to teach women yoga. His sister, wife, and daughters were equipped with the knowledge of yoga. This was primarily because he considered yoga as a path to devotion and wisdom, and not merely a physical exercise. This novel approach towards health, religion, and philosophy attracted the West towards Krishnamacharya's modern yoga. One of Krishnamacharya's most distinctive teachings was about Kundalini. To him, Kundalini is not an energy that rises. Rather, it is a blockage that prevents breath, from rising. He devoted his 1888 to 1989, years of life serving for world of yoga. He became known in the 1960s for his dynamic further development of classic yoga techniques. One of his main concerns was a combination of yoga techniques, relaxation, and Ayurveda to adapt to the specific needs of the student, so that he varied the lessons individually depending on the person. He is widely regarded as the architect, inventor, and builder of the Vinyasa Hatha Yoga practice that combines breath with movement. All of Krishnamacharya's teachings were based on the principle, teach what suits the individual. While regarded as a yogi in other parts of the world, in India Krishnamacharya is best known as a healer who brought together the two traditions of Ayurveda and yoga to enable healing and well-being. Krishnamacharya was not only a yoga teacher but also a doctor of Ayurvedic medicine. He had incredible knowledge of dietetic and herbal medicine, oil applications, and other remedies. Krishnamacharya's approach as an Ayurveda practitioner was to begin with an extensive investigation to find the most promising path for the patient. During the diagnosis, Krishnamacharya asked to ascertain what had disturbed the harmonious unity of body, mind, and spirit, or what has disturbed the harmony of the system. Grandmaster Krishnamacharya believed that, although the origin of a disease, or where the disease manifested itself, was to be localized in a certain bodily region, numerous other systems, both physical and mental, were involved or co-affected. During or after the initial examination, Krishnamacharya would usually ask if the patient would be willing to accept his advice and guidance. This question was important in the treatment of the patient because Krishnamacharya felt that unless the patient could fully confide in him, the chance of healing was rather slim. Krishnamacharya treated patients at many different levels, including nutrition recommendations, giving natural remedies, and working out a healthy asana sequence. When Krishnamacharya introduced someone to the practice of yoga, he emphasized the importance of combining breathwork, pranayama, with physical postures, asanas, and meditation, dhyana, to achieve the desired goal. Grandmaster Tirumalai Krishnamacharya's devotion to yoga and invention of specific yoga asanas and pranayama, according to individual need, is remarkable and retained in memory of the history of yoga with a special place.